Welcome to YVT on the Road, as we attend ZC Live, the biggest social media conference in the Southeast. Find out everything you need to know from the people who are there.
Hello and welcome back to the ZC Live video podcast studio. I am here with Jack. Hi, Jack.
Hi, Rachel.
You've been thrown at me by the lovely Teresa Dupay.
Yeah, Teresa.
Here, you need to get on socials. Go. So,
Yeah,
Jack,
brilliant.
tell us what you do.
So I'm a financial advisor, work in London, but originally from Kent. So I try to come down as much as possible. And
Amazing.
we'd like to live in Kent long term. So trying to build client base here as well.
Great. So how long have you been financially advising?
Just over 4 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the bit that's piquing your interest? What are you really enjoying about it?
So when I first started, I worked in a city-based firm, and an area that I sort of clicked with was working with clients in the tech space.
Okay.
So I had a lot of clients with Google, Amazon, Microsoft was probably the main one. But what I found was if I was ever referred to someone that was American, I couldn't work with them because of their complex US, UK tax treaty. And so at the start of the year, I moved to join a firm that specialises in the cross-border space.
Wow, okay.
So, yeah, that's like the one side of it where, because it's more niche, when it comes to individual clients, it's found it's become easier to almost market to that. But then probably the more of the passion project side of things is working with companies and employees on just improving their financial well-being, and that's where the connection with Teresa comes from.
I mean, the world that is here is obviously a lot of self-employment or solo, like smaller businesses.
Yeah.
And when it comes to these discussions, I know how difficult they can be, because ultimately a lot of us have gone into business to make a better life for ourselves, but then end up actually not paying ourselves and kind of struggling with the money side of things. So having that knowledge from someone and support and guidance is really an integral part of the small SME side of things.
Yeah, 100%. And I think there's loads of statistics out there. So my opinion is that the biggest issue with our industry as a financial advisor is that it's only tailored towards high net worth individuals, and you need a certain amount of money to be able to get access to financial advice. And so the proposition that I'm working with Teresa and accountants and different people on is essentially, one, you'll go to a SME, small to medium-sized business, and you'll start with reviewing their workplace benefits. So their pension scheme, is it salary sacrifice? Is it relief at source? If it's not salary sacrifice, then actually a way you can save that business money is by moving to a salary sacrifice, and they've got the option whether to give the national insurance savings either to the employee, or if they want that saving, then they could save that in the business themselves. And then from there, it's opening the door to then coming in and speaking to the employee base about the core basics of financial planning. And that really sort of hits at what the advice gap. So people are getting access to, the core basics, and people like Teresa who might work with business owners, then it's a great way that they could come in alongside myself and then do a talk on importance of wills, estate planning, and then the theory is behind that. For those employees, they could get a one-to-one financial health check with myself, and rather than it being a long drawn-out advice process, which is probably the main reason why people aren't getting advice, it's just an hour session where they're put on sort of the right path and introduced to the right people wherever they need it.
Yeah, and you touched on something near the beginning of that as well about, when it comes to your employee financial support as well, because ultimately we've all been in, I'd say a lot of us have been in roles where you end up looking for another job that pays more because of how you financially live your life, but you don't necessarily want to leave the job, but it's not fulfilling your need. And But actually, again, when you look at it in more detail, it is fulfilling your needs. Your spending just isn't necessarily as healthy as it could be. So by then employers bringing in that financial support for their employees, that's going to help the business and the retention rates as well.
100%. There's so many statistics out there that have been done around retention rates with employees, and if an employee feels like they're being valued, then they're going to be more likely to stay. And probably one of the most stark statistics that I've read is 50 billion is lost in lost productivity due to stress or poor mental health. And I'm not saying that's all financial stress, but that is a large contributor to it. And so if there's just a talk about, how your finances, how they work, what is a pension, what is protection, what is, a will, and if you're, in debt, how do you go around paying that down? It's the type of information that, one, it's hard to find sometimes with a lot of the noise that's out there.
Yeah.
So coming from a reputable place, it's a great way an employer can offer, these type of benefits to employees and help with retention.
Amazing. Jack, we're going to grab your details and put them below so people can connect with you and obviously come and seek that advice and utilise your services and the knowledge that you've got. What are you looking forward to today? If you've not already got it, what else are you looking forward to?
So probably I'm not very good when it comes to marketing myself on LinkedIn, things like that. So meeting with you guys, Teresa is an absolute star.
She is.
So meeting people, and then just trying to absorb as much as I can from all the great speakers.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, this video we will obviously be sharing, but we'll make it available to you. So if you see this on his LinkedIn, this is why. And go and speak to Dragon Co-working as well, because they've got their podcast studio today. So
awesome.
Get out there. Go get it.
Love that.
Go network. Thank you so much for joining us today, Jack.
Thank you so much, Rachel.
Thank you for watching Your Video Team on the Road. If you would like your video team to come to your event with their video podcast pop-up studio, get in touch with us at yourvideoteam.co.uk/pop-up.